Good night, good night. Welcome to another episode of Trinbago Vibes. Well, Sunday Vibes Live, right here, on the Sunday. And yes, good night, Brandon and Sylvan. And yeah, according to the current figures, we are like 6 subs away from that 15K, which is still like mind blowing kind of thing. So yeah, we just doing the usual. We give the chat a little bit before we jump into the video. Until then, how was your all weekend? I find this weekend was humid. It was hot, and the past it was just overcast and didn't really get any rain. So I assume it was like the Saharan that's just covered the skies this weekend, much like last weekend. But I just find the place was outside. Like in the evening, it was cool and stuff. But yeah, boy, outside was hot. Hey, good night, Kalina. And yeah, what I do this weekend, boy? I didn't really jump out to record anything this weekend. I did do a few things. Hey, Roger, good night. But not really. I think I found myself doing more housework this weekend, and I went up press, so I had some good press food. So yeah. And hey, Carolina, happy birthday. May you continue to be blessed on this journey called life. And I hope it's a good one. And well, thank you for, joining the live right here on your Earth Strong. And we say Earth Strong because today is the celebration or the anniversary of making a trip around our sun on this planet, on this Earth. So hence Earth Strong. Just in case anybody didn't know what that term mean. And yeah, so I hope you had a good day, and it's still going pretty good. So the video idea I had actually that I recorded was, when you go to certain places, and to I'm being honest with you all, please don't take any offense if you are living in certain areas, but in certain areas, especially like the countrysides, or even if you're going down to a certain population, say down south and thing, right? You'll see like normal residential houses. If you come across a food spot, they look a certain way and whatnot. But then they have like one of them that just like catch your eye, one of them outstanding kind of thing. That is like, wait, nah, I didn't expect something like this to be here. And once again, I'm not dissing anybody on where they live in, because I'm sure all over Trinidad and Tobago they have those little spots that you don't know about. Hey Shirley, good night. Hey Barry. Yes, yeah. Fine. Oh, it's been a while, to catch the live here on this Sunday, right after Easter. So yeah, so I was just talking about the video idea I have for this upcoming weekend. The next drop, which is this Saturday. So it have those little spots, those random spots that somehow is just catch your eye along, like you might be randomly driving somewhere and you just see this. Hey Nathan and Tony, good night. And yes, the Carters, welcome to the vibe. So next week Saturday I'm looking to drop something like that. So it is I'm thinking about the title being, hey Susie, good night, welcome to the vibes. I'm thinking the title should be like something around coffee and sugar. So that should give you an idea of what the video is and will be about. So yeah, so see, I done start off this live already, giving you some updates on the upcoming video. And then, well, since we have, I might as well tell you, I already have already recorded some stuff for the final video of this month. Well, we have much more Saturdays to go for this month, boy. Yeah, 2 more Saturdays. So yeah, so the final video for this month will be a kind of beach hopping video in a sense. And yeah, so it will be a beach hopping. That will be at the end of this month. Is a beach hopping in South. And the only hint I can give you all of that is it's close to our pitch lake. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I have pizza in that one too. So hey Shivan, night, and welcome to the vibes. So yes, hey Armarley, good night. She said she saw me Tuesday in Sando at Unipet. Oh yeah, I had to put gas in. So can I heal me out? Or did you heal me out? I'm not sure, to be honest, because these days like people just be shouting me out on the street, on the road, when I'm going to get coffee and all these different things. and I just don't know who is who now. So it's like, hey. So I'm not sure if it's short mouth or not, but hey, yeah. Big up. So yeah. Hey, Trini style with the niche. Good night, brother. I wonder what to cook this weekend, boy. I gotta check out whatever video you all drop sometime later this week or anything. By the way, so before we jump more into the earring video that I dropped yesterday, you all know what this is? Let me see if I can get a better view. It's like a pomerac, almost like a green pomerac kind of thing, but is, yeah. If all know what this is, you could let me know. I'll come back to it in a little bit. Or actually, just give it away now. I think about this. I know we're not supposed to eat fruits late at night. Can't remember why. But yeah, this here is a Java apple. And this is the next idea I had to do, like fruits around Trinidad and Tobago. So that one will take a little while, because you know certain fruits will only bear during certain times of the year. So that one might take a while to do, but it'll be cool to just do like a alphabet of fruits if I could. Yes, the A for apple, but no, it'll be something else now. I'm not sure actually. I got to do some more research on that. Alright, so let's jump into yesterday's video. The road trip along Erin Road. Well, it's the Capdeville Erin Road onto the SS Erin Road. She was saying dongs. Nah, it's Java apple. Yeah, it's Java apple, and this is grow. This is make a real good show too, because I made some today. That's the next thing I did. Hey, Elijah, good night. And good life. Welcome to the vibes. From New Jersey. I hope the weather. I saw the weather was warming up these days up on your side. So I hope that is also true this weekend. Yeah. So this is our Java apple, just in case. But yeah, I should. Don't worry. I'll have dongs in that. Hopefully in that fruits video I plan to do. Rodney is asking you how I did a citrus video. Not yet. Sometime later this year, hopefully. I'll try and get that done. But basically, well, we're in April now. I basically have May covered as well, because I just record videos in advance, because it's only on weekends I actually be able to go out there and record. And when we have a holiday, sometimes if I take a day off or something, so when I have time, I'll run out and do something, and then I'll spend my time during the week to edit. So in terms of recording stuff, is always be limited in a sense. So it depends on the weekend. But I will resume citrus one of these days. I have plans for that. And yeah. And sometimes it's be like, okay, I'll be watching. I try to not to give you too much of the same thing all at once. Yeah. So like say if we drop a doubles video sometime now, I may not see one. Although you might see me eating doubles per se in almost every video, because you know your boy love doubles or a roti. But I try not to overdo it in a sense. Yeah. So, but don't worry, it'll come up soon. Elijah is saying I'll be up there on school holidays in Erin. Yeah, I saw the comments, and big up you all who commented. Hey, you all from Erin and you enjoyed the video and stuff. Yeah, it was cool to, finally do that trip. I had that idea a while back, like just to drive along the Erin Road. Like I remember seeing SNS the Dowers man right at that junction there where the South Central Road meet the Erin Road meet the Southern Main Road, when I was going on Granville. So when I was doing the video on Granville, I saw that there, and Granville, I did that last year. Yeah, I did that last year, and it was since then I had this idea just to get that video in, and well, I recorded some time ago, and I finally was able to edit it and drop it. Hey Savir, good night, and Mark, good night. Welcome to the vibes, and Philip Vlogs MD, good night. Russia 5, welcome to the vibes. You were saying we should do a seafood hunt video. So you mean like best seafood in Trinidad and Tobago? That would be a hard one, boy, because they have some like good places, especially like down my road that has some good seafood. and I'm sure, and Shagramas as well. I remember I used to go to a spot called Wheelhouse. They had like one of the best fillet swordfish you would ever taste in the whole of Trinidad. I'm not sure if they're still open. I'm hoping to do that video one of these days. But yeah, that's a good idea. I'll look into that. And Elijah is saying he loves the videos very much. I appreciate that. And Shivan is asking if I ever went to Wings, Roti, and Bar in Tunapuna. Nope. But that's interesting. Wings, Roti, and Bar. Threesome in a sense, yeah. I'll check out that one of these days when I reach Tunapuna proper and do a video there. Hey, King Solomon, good night, good night. And Sayazif, Woi, welcome. Rudra is asking, do you eat doubles with pepper? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'll take slight pepper, but sometimes I just eat doubles without pepper because I just want to taste the doubles. Because to me, sometimes pepper, not much, and I may get flack for this, but whatever. But for me, personally, right, because everybody taste buds might be different, but not much doubles people have a pepper that complements the doubles is tasty enough to, when I mean complement the doubles, most times the pepper that you get by most doubles people is be hot, is be spicy. So from the time you take that bite of your doubles, the bar, the chana, whatever else you add it, the pepper just overpower or everything now. And I like to taste, I love chana. So even though I might love a running chana, I still love chana regardless, right? So sometimes I think it's overtake the flavors of our doubles. So that's why sometimes I will go with slight, or sometimes I will not go with any pepper at all. So yeah, Ruja, I hope that answers that question. And Rhea is say wings, yeah. Well, for those of you who follow the community tab, I posted actually Friday after work. I went online with the wife a little bit, and we went to Wing It TT right here on Arpita Avenue, and the wings was pretty good. It's just, well, you'll just see the review there. I find the service was a little slow, but the prices on the wings was on point. And yeah, so I'm hoping to do like a wings hopping one of these days. Ooh, how did this? And I was seeing like a housefly got in here. I was like, where did he come from, boy? Elisha is saying he watched one of my videos the day here at SCA, boy. Just before, you're real good, you know. I would. Well, hopefully the video did calm you down and you know, get you in a sense to your exams. I hope that. King Someone is asking if I ever went to the Prime Minister. Nope, not yet. How did this person get in here, boy? Hold on, I'm trying to. Right. I've been trapped underneath a cup. We go deal with him afterwards. Yeah, I don't know how that housefly got in here, and so yeah, we can deal with that afterwards. Anyway, severe good day. He got a doubles, and it was my mom. If you see me running all, yeah. Daniel's asking if I have ever been to Toronto. Yes, I have actually. I've been there twice, and recently I actually went up there 2019, and I did taking Celtics versus the Raptors when I still had Kawhi, and I got a We Do Not t-shirt, so that was cool. Yeah, at Scotiabank Arena, that was cool though, to like taking a live basketball game. Yeah, so right now the playoffs have started for those of you who into the NBA and stuff. So yeah, and and Susie is saying, yeah, she saw the wings on the community tab. So yeah, so ever so often, like, I don't always have the intention to record when I go certain places, but I realize now it ain't going to cost nothing just to take a few photos once I'm there and just give my honest review one time, and I'll post that up probably on Twitter, probably on the community tab, and Elisha is saying, yeah, it made him feel happy. Well, I'm happy it did that, and I hope you got encouragement, and well done for getting through your exam. So enjoy the time now between now and before results, and hey, whatever happen will happen, and I'm sure you'll continue to grow and be a real epic person, right? Because you have awesomeness in you. Right, so back to the Erin Road now. Amali, if you're still here, I saw you made the comment that there's also another way to reach Puerto Grande Beach, because the one I took in this video, nobody's really take that, and I could understand why, unless you have like a 4x4 But yeah, so when I like I stated in the video, I reached down, I reached one of the hills, and I was like, wait, nah, this seems like it's going far. So that was it. Let me send up my drone. Well, that's when to tell you, if you watch me on the last live, you know I no longer have my drone is no longer functional. It crashed, and this time when going through, I ain't getting to fixing that yet. I might do that at the end of the month, hopefully. And yeah, but yeah, so during that trip, so I was able to record drone footage for yesterday's video and our next upcoming one. And after that, it might be a while before you see any drone footage. But yeah, so I'm already was saying there's next way to reach the beach down there, and one of these days I would like to actually visit the beach instead of seeing it from with the drone. And yeah, hopefully I'll find out the next way to reach down there. And then also, well, I will do the Los Rio. I was actually contemplating to, go down and do Los Rio, Mud Volcano, and beach as well in this video, but I thought it would have been just too much, and it would just be too much in one video, and it will be too much recording on that day, because that day is like it starts in the morning, and by the time I reached Palo Seco, it was done evening, and I was done tired already, because I did actually reach down to. I had more to add to that video, but it's like, at the time I was editing and everything, I say let me show you all the parts that I would have you missed out. So I guess before we continue on the Erin Road. Oh yeah, and also, wait, King someone is asking, he used to work with Isabella and he used to go and buy doubles by Ali's. Ali's. You mean, which Ali's is that, boy? The only Ali's I know, it wasn't in Vistabella, it was San Fernando proper, on the top of High Street. I had a Ali's doubles next to Lapik Plaza. Where else had a doubles person along? Oh, was he one by the gas station? I can't remember by King Solomon. It's been a while. Severe is asking, yeah, I watched one of your videos on doubles, and now, yeah, Severe, you have to be careful when you're watching the doubles hopping video, any food video I do. Especially every time I drop it, because like the cravings is real, right? You just crave for that certain thing. Hey, let me record that one time. I'm already now stealing chat Jackson Trace the shoot before. Oh, serious? Right, well done. Elijah is asking if I could do a KFC video, please. Actually, I have that in the works, kinda. I ain't start recording it, but I plan out that idea, and that is a video that will drop next month in May. In a video actually called, local versus foreign. So yeah, like our foreign brands here versus the local brands, the counterpart. So I'll have like a KFC versus a Royal Castle, probably a Starbucks versus a Rituals, that kind of thing. Yeah, so spoilers, that's a future video that is upcoming. Actually, let me jump across to our sitting, like when I reached down, and this was actually in Rancho Quemado. Yeah, actually did record and chat with the baker from the dirt oven down on that side. And yeah, and this is the info I came across. I'm gonna play that now before we move on. Yeah, this is the mud oven. Yeah. Alright, so right now they are closed, but if you want to order anything, call this number right here and you can place an order and come and pick it up. Alright, because they closed because they have some construction going on, but they'll open back sometime soon. So yeah, so this is the mud oven, and while I was talking to the main baker there, the main baker there, right, she was saying that yeah, because of the construction, they not like open to have people come in and order. The only way you could order right now is through to call and order whatever and then pass and pick up. And yeah, so I said one of these days I will actually, once they open proper, I'll go down and do a full video down on that side on the dirt oven and order everything from them and try them one thing. It's pretty cool to see the dirt oven coming back, because besides that, you'd have seen the videos I would have done down Guayari, that is dirt oven. I saw Rural Delights in Barrapo also have a dirt oven. There's Castara, the ones in Castara in Tobago, I did a video there as well, and I also heard there's one up Diego Martin which I have to explore, and it almost got me into thinking, I should do a dirt oven hopping, but that would be difficult because those dirt ovens, it's come like a bakery, so they do a lot of other products there, so you'll be like, all right, let me go and catch that. Not to worry about that. So yeah, let me just continue. So but this is a mud oven up on the side, so pretty cool. Don't worry, we'll come back and we'll place an order and we'll try some of their stuff like the pone, the breads, the coconut bakes, the wicks, Trinbago vibes. Yeah. So yeah, that would have been added on to the end of the Erin Road video, like, yeah. So let me see what, right, so Rudra is asking if I've ever visited New York. Rudra, what you doing, my boy? Yeah, you should need to check out my double topping in New York video. Yeah, and actually took in the marathon last year because my wife took part in the marathon. So yeah. Hey Angela, good night. Armali is saying Buenos Aires Beach is not close to the live community. Oh yeah, well yeah, nah, that look real far away from everybody, because from the time I leave civilization, I call it civilization, so that's where people reside and thing, and I was going more along that road. It's like, yeah, based on the time when I was saying I ain't going down further. And Daniel is asking if I ever had doubles in Toronto. I remember having doubles in Toronto like 2 decades ago. Like when the first time I visited was right after, well, it was common entrance at the time, right? What is the current SEA, secondary entrance assessment. So yeah, so right after that, my mom took me to Canada for the first time, and I was like the first time I traveled, and I did try a doubles across there, and it wasn't all that. But I haven't tried any last time I went. But next time I do visit, I do plan to do, like, obviously some doubles hopping and stuff up on that side. Hey, I see. Good night. No, Marla, good night. And King Samai saying he bought Trin City double city. yeah. So you see, Rudra, I actually tackled Trin City, like a few double spots in Queens and 1 or 2 in Brooklyn. And like in New York itself, I find like Brooklyn have the better doubles. So yeah, Sylvan is saying, I like how you do the videos dealing with our traditions. Yeah, it's always be fun, because I think we are influenced too much by the Western media, and by the Western media I mean the US. And no offense to all my viewers in the States, I appreciate you all, but sometimes we see Trinidadians, Trinidad people, Trinbagonians, we see what is happening in the States, and we try to emulate it here, and sometimes in doing that we tend to forget certain traditions we have and certain things that makes us Caribbean people, and this especially comes about with like social media. So sometimes we have to be careful we don't lose our identity because of social media, especially with TikTok and short videos and chasing clout and all these other things. Yeah. So it's always be good to keep like traditions alive, to highlight history, because it's be interesting that, hey, sometimes you walking along the beach and it's like, hey, some years ago the whole scenery here would have been different. And when you start imagining that, it's be like, wow. At least for me, right? Some people don't really care about that, and that's fine too, Alright, speaking of another video, like I remember shout out, it was June. Yeah, she was commenting how and this is actually a good one. Like, I should critique anytime I'm doing food hopping or any kind of food, especially doubles and thing. It'll be better to critique the doubles or stuff right there on the spot in front of the vendors, because I mean, yes, they do put a lot of effort and hard work into it, and a good bit of them I know would watch some of the videos, and even some of them would be like, hey, you go ahead and critique, that's the only way we could improve. And I appreciate constructive criticism like that. And Elijah is saying he's going to sleep. Alright, brother, you have a good night. And yes, school is opening tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I just remember that. Yeah, so the school, there goes. Good times on the road, boy. Traffic starts back tomorrow. I forgot about that. Alright, well, yeah, I just had to get up earlier tomorrow to pump. So yeah, so sometimes I might be able to do that, but other times, depending on the amount of traffic, and sometimes it'd be hard to review on the spot because people just be coming and going, and interrupting the process, and then the audio quality, depending, like if you're on the side of the road and too much cars passing. That's why sometimes I just prefer to go and sit down in the car, so the audio would be proper and on point. And I mean, I could probably, one of these days I'll probably invest in like a wireless mic, so one of those directional mics that is straight on me. And yeah, hey King Cole, good night. One of these days I'll invest in with that, but I still have to. King Solomon, oh, Trin City Light, yeah. Woo! King Solomon and King Cola, I have to apologize. I mixed you all up. I'm taking the blame for that. Sorry, yeah, now I see King Cole jump on it like, wait, wasn't King Cole here all the time? And I was like, no, it was King Solomon. Oh my gosh. I apologize in advance, gents. I apologize in advance. So yeah, I was saying sometimes it'd be hard to like critique the video on the spot, but in going forward, I'll try to. And you know, I hope that any vendors who saw my critique of the videos, hey, feel free to invite me again. I'll come back. And you know, you don't have to sponsor anything, you just let me know, because I always like to support our local peeps. Whoa, Kirk, good night, welcome to the vibes. Yeah. So yeah, is because I was saying I like constructive criticism because it's the only way I could improve certain stuff. And in the same way, like depending on people, food and thing, I know some people would have a on day, off day, but I prefer them to be consistent, because sometimes if I give you a good review of a spot and you go back and you go and try there, and it's like it is not a good experience, you'll be like, oh, but Trinbago vibes talking shoppiness, you know. So I'm trying to avoid such things. So I will critique it based on the time I have tasted it and everything. And if it's not up to par, I mean, everybody taste buds different, and certain things I hold to a certain standard, and other things I may like it to be a certain way, but it's not. But once that flavor comes through, I'm good to go. You know? Yeah. So not all the time I'll be able to do that, but whenever I could, I'll try and do that going forward in terms of critiquing people food, you know, on the spot. Ria is saying, have you ever been to Kumaka? I have passed through there once or twice, and I have hiked there already once, but this was before I started the channel. So I know I'll come across to doing some more of that sometime later down the road. But because Yusuf, our next local YouTuber, in case you all haven't seen him, seen his channel, he did a lot of good stuff down on Kumaka side. So yeah. Plantation Slim, good night. He's saying challenge to eat doubles while ice skating. Yeah, we'll come to that just now. We'll come back to that ice skating thing just now. So yeah. Oh, and again, shout out everybody who, you know, commented on the Erin Road video. It was interesting. It was a nice video. I wanted to spend some more time on Erin Beach itself, because don't worry, Mischievous McQueen, yes, I did heard about it, and yes, we commented that she's saying it's 85 TT for 20 minutes on the ice. Wow, so short. Alright, I know I was reading somewhere it was 200 TT for, you know, which is about 29 US for those of you who's listening, for an annual pass for the year. So yes, there's an ice skate. Well, I was coming back to it, but seeing that the chat is talking about it myself, I'll jump into it now before I come back to the Erin Road video. Yeah. So yeah, ice skating rink, an indoor ice skating rink has opened up here in Trinidad, in Laramie itself. Closer to, I think, Paria Sweet side, along the Laramie main road, or was that'll be the southern main road. I think that is the southern main road in Laramie, yeah. So yeah, and I heard it's like 200 TT, about 37, yeah. I write it down, because I know it's coming to 29 US, but 85 TT for 20 minutes. I find that's rough for this, you know, for most people to hold on to the railing and ice skate. So that about 12 US. All right. So yes, I would check out the ice skating rink at some point on the channel, but I said I'll wait for a while because here in Trinidad and Tobago, well, for those of you who are outside, once something new open here, everybody would rush to it one time. So I'll just, hey Franklin, good night. So I'll just wait till that crowd kind of die down a little bit, then I'll go and try it. And no, I would not be eating a doubles while skating on that, because I skate for the first time when I was in New York last year in November, and I broke my ass twice. Yes, I'm not sure if I was captured, but and Shirley is saying that ice will melt fast. Well, that is you working non-stop. That is all I can say, because I know with ice skating, I don't know if it's a real ice rink, because I ain't reached down there. So probably if anybody who in the chat who went down and tried already, because they opened Friday, that Friday just go on there. I'm not sure how is that, but I know like at least the one I saw at Brian's Park, and and I fall and break my ass. Forgive my language. Break my ass in front of all these people watching it. And the first time it was cool. I fall on. It wasn't too bad of a fall, but Dread, I did the slip, the whoop 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 and fall on my ass. Yeah. Woo. I mean, I was expecting that to happen but after a while I was getting the hang of it, and I think how much we paid, boy? I think we paid about 35 US at the time to skate on the rink, and then it was like $10, 10 US to rent the skates. So it wasn't bad to get fast as I'm aware. I know after and there you just skate for an hour, so 20 minutes is like short. And then after every skate, you still have to throw on more ice, and then use the compactor thingy to compact the ice for the next crowd to come on ice skate. So I'm not sure if it will melt, what kind of thing they're using, if it's real ice or if it's one of those fake ice kind of things. Shivan is saying, yeah, we're still talking about ice skating here in NYC. It'll be a nice vibe, and like that was the first time I would do it. I'm not sure if I'll ever reach back to do it again. We'll see how life goes and everything, but that was cool. So it'll be interesting to try this out here. So that's why I know, because even in that one, I was holding on to that edge. I was like a edge cleaner for skating in the ice rink. So I assume that's what everybody would have been doing who went into the ice rink here in Trinidad. But I'll check that out at some point. Back to Erin Road. Now, the nice thing about doing these videos down south, right, is that like when they finish the highway, because I saw they finished the part of the highway by Faisabad Junction there, where Faisabad meet Oropush Dove Village here. And so the nice thing, once they finish the highway going straight down to Point 14, right, it will cut down the time to reach down to these places by a good bit, and so forth. It will give everybody easier access to reach down there. You don't have to spend like 2-3 hours trying to reach down to those spots. David Partop is saying, good night, bro. Love the Erin trip. Never knew it had a spring on that side. Yeah. And speaking of the spring in Caratal Spring, right, is like, again, shout out Hardev for that round route, because I would have passed that straight, and it was cool. I met a couple who was down there, and they gave me some nice advice about the spring itself, and I saw the structure, like they was trying to make a bathroom and everything down on that side based on the spring water. Because when I got there, it had a lot of moss and everything in the water itself, and it was just like as the water levels rise, it was just escaping through the drainage thing onto the drain. So yeah. And Sylvan is saying, no sweat, bro. I'm sure many others will be falling. Yeah, that's a normal thing. Trying something for the first time. Some people will get it, and others will take a little while. So yeah, so it was kind of cool to like try the spring water. I was like, and I did that probably 3 weeks ago, to be 3 weeks or a month ago, but I'm not sure. And so far, I still yeah, because I was thinking like when I was trying the spring water, I was like I wasn't sure. Yeah, I was part of me was a little skeptical to try this thing that just full from our well, but yeah, it was cool and it was different, definitely different from pipe water like I stated in the video. And also, next thing I forgot to mention in the like in that Erin vlog was that because there was Erin itself and was had some of the best cocoa and coffee at the time in the mid 1800s. Oh yeah, did I say that? No, I did not. So yeah, you used to have actually ships coming in based on what research I was doing. So that was cool and there was real into agriculture. It's only recently fishing take over when the cocoa and coffee industry kind of died down a little bit, and then they started like animal farming about 40 years ago. So therefore, and that's why like Erin Farms is one of like the biggest meat producing companies it have in the island. So those are some fun facts I was supposed to mention, but I forgot. Oh. Sometimes in editing those videos, there's like so much things you just want to throw in, so much things you just want to do, and then there's certain parts you just miss. But because it just come back to me ever so often, so yeah, so those are some stuff I would miss on the vlog, and that's why we chatting about it. As for the food up on that side, yeah, like when I reached down to the fishing depot, right? I wouldn't lie, it was a little sketchy when I reached down there, but them people down there was normal. And it was cool, and it was like once you chat with them, things normal down there. So when I mean if you feel like you might down there remote, I don't want to say a bad vibes, but like when I reached down there, it was a little ghetto-ish, but not really. But when you start to chat with the people and things down there, it was cool. It was normal. I think that is something you need to do anytime you go down to certain places, especially for any country here in Trinidad and Tobago. You just chat with everybody there, and you would realize then based on the vibes again whether you can stay there or to leave. And so far the places I've been going have real decent people and real good people. That is not to say there might be the one-offs in things that happen, because right now I know crime is kind of high here in Trinidad and Tobago, kinda. Things getting a little out of hand, but we still have some like real decent people all over the place. Brandon, woy, he just joined the stream. So yeah, so while I was chatting, I was now talking about down the fishing depot down in Erin there. Yeah, so while I was chatting with some of them men down there, right? So that was before I bounced up Sandy's Delights. They was telling me about some roti shop up the road. Like, cause I was asking them, hey, where's the best spot to get food around the area, right? Cause I wanted to find out from those who live in there where's a good spot. And it was funny when they tell me it have a roti shop up the road. That's good. So even after the spring, I was looking out for that roti shop, and I did eventually find it, but I was right after Sandy's Delights, and I done stop off there because at that point that was done like around after lunch kind of thing, and I was hungry at that point because the doubles could only last you so far, right? And yeah, so I said next time I down that side I'll try that roti, and I'll probably do that when I'm doing the low stereo video. And yes, Brandon, you should be organizing yourself for bed since you have school tomorrow. So yeah, that was that. So I'll try that next time. So yeah. Oh yes, and how I almost forgot. So yeah, so last week Sunday I actually did go out and capture a little, kite flying. And of course the title of this live is kite flying. This is the Archbishop's house. Yeah, so this is the Archbishop's house here, and this is Whitehall, the office of the Prime Minister, and normally in front of the Archbishop's house, he's normally have a nice display. So yeah, so that's kind of cool, and that was for Easter last weekend, and he had it on a little while ago over the Easter. And yeah, people was somebody asked me to do like a pui video, cause yeah, and is the savannah, if it's one thing around Easter time, around this time of the year, is just to see the pui trees blossoms and they form this carpet and whatnot. Hey Indra, good night. So yeah, so you would see, I'm not sure if you're seeing anything here. This is the savannah. Let me see if I could show you all the next video, the kite flying that I just did a little something. Kite flying already, stuck in the tree already, you know. Look right here, you have a kite on the tree. So this would have been footage I captured last week, Sunday, yeah. Sunday in the savannah. I know we panning real quick, sorry about that, but yeah. I just find it was kind of cool to see, you know, families and yeah, men climbing a tree there to get back a kite and stuff. I just find it was kind of cool to just see the savannah being fully utilized on that Easter weekend, and you know, a good bit of people was out there picnicking, kite flying, and everything. So yeah. So those are just 2 extra clips I thought of that train. I wanted to organize and actually make a kite, but it's just the timing I wasn't able to. That weekend just flew by so quickly, and of course, things are real hot these days. So yeah, but it was fun to be out there to just see everybody, all families and everything out and about. It felt like, I don't know, it felt real awesome to see that. You know, the Erin Road video, we're going back to Erin Road. Initially, right, I was planning to do Erin Road to Siparia, and I decided to wrap it up by Palo Seco, just before Palo Seco actually. And it's like, after Sunday's lights, I was like, alright, battery is low and everything, and it's like, by that time, I won't lie, I was I was a little tired just recording, because the sun is just straining your dread. It does. And so when you're out there and you're recording like from morning till evening, after a while you just get tired. So because the original plan was to go down to Siparia, and I mean, I did pass Siparia. No, I did not. I cut back in Woodland there, and I went down back Faizabad side. Yeah, so I did not pass Siparia actually. So yeah. So you just be tired, and I realized that was overshooting a bit. So that's why I cut the video short, and it was still kind of lengthy. Brandon is asking when you go do a beach hopping video. Well, technically I did a beach hopping video, as I mentioned, in the Erin Road. I did, well, not technically beach hop, because I just flew the drone over Puerto Grande Beach and I went down Erin. But I'm not sure actually when next I'll do next beach hopping video. Oh, actually, no, yes. I lie. I do know. It will be at the end of the month. In the video coming at the end of the month will be kind of a beach shopping video in the south. So yeah. Yeah, Rutra. Yeah. You talking about other beaches apart from the ones along the north coast? Rutra. Alright, we on the deep end of this live, about to wrap it up in this section here. So here is open. You have any questions at all for anything? Brandon is asking when I will shave. I'm supposed to go for a haircut next weekend, so I might shave then. I don't know, depends on how it goes. Sometimes if the bed and everything just becomes itchy in a sense, then I'll shave. But like sometimes it's just the timing to do it. I should probably have a schedule for that, but I plan to, you know, get a trim next weekend, so I'll probably sort out all that by next weekend and see how things go. And well, hopefully this week here I want to go and take in Super Mario Brothers, the movie, and I'm not sure if Dungeons and Dragons still true in. I want to take in that as well, because yeah, I like that kind of stuff. And I know next week Saturday which is unfortunate. They declared it to be Eid al-Fitr. So I'm not sure if it'll fall on the Saturday or the Friday. So, but whenever it is, we'll see how things go. That's a day of normally eating curry. Brandon is asking, what is that in the back? Plum or mango? Not sure what you're referring to, unless is these shacks you're referring to, which is kind of calabash. Oh yeah, so I'm not sure if it is that it was. I'm not sure if this is what you're referring to. Oh yeah. So I'm not seeing anything else that would look like plum or mango. I know I was eating a Java apple earlier. So yeah. Trinbago vibes. So the next video is coffee and sugar. Hopefully, I'm not sure. Rockin' Fishing Boys, they actually had a Guyanese expo with Guyanese food sometime earlier today. And Rockin' Fishing Boys shouted out for me to go and check it out. And it's just the timing, I couldn't reach down there. Otherwise, that would have been the next video. You know, actually going to try Guyanese food, critiquing it in a sense. But next time, probably. Yeah, but just, you know, sometimes on weekends you just have certain things you've been putting off, and you just had to get it done. This weekend was one of them. So, what else, boy? Oh yeah, and because I want to, Sylvan saying D&D was nice, a nice family movie. Oh, Renfield, the Dracula movie. I had to check out that. And yeah. Brandon is asking to go live stream in Maracas. Who knows, one of these days it might do that. Probably not at this hour, but yeah. I'll see how things go, how life goes, and how things run. Because sometimes you just have to have a balance between like doing this work and housework, and then, you know, spending time with the family and stuff. So yeah. And with that one, ladies and gents, thank you again for, you know, joining me on this live. This is what, 15 episodes in, and so far we haven't skipped our Sunday, which is good. We in April, so yeah, we in the almost quarter of the year is done. Wow. And it's peace. And yeah, let's see if anything has changed or if it's the same. When we started the live, it was 6 more subs I needed to hit that 15. Now we down to 3 more subs. So wow, by the time I get tomorrow, we might actually hit the 15. That's kind of cool though. I never expected this, to be honest with you all. Like this year, I wasn't expecting that at all. So yeah. Tony is saying I have to carry Nathan here now. Oh boy, that would be a road trip for the Carters. Alright, Brandon, please take care. Mark, good night. And yeah, I'm about to wrap up here, ladies and gents. So hope you all have a great week. Be safe on the road. Be also observant. Just giving you all an update. Last weekend I went down to, that was Easter Monday morning, I went down to Las Cuevas, the third car park there, the one where you just walk down closer to the river, and just for a little dip, a little 45 minutes. We went early, and on the way back I realized somebody actually broke in the side glass, the small side glass on the car, the Aqua. Thankfully nothing was stolen because the alarm went off, and like because there had people coming in the car park itself, like whoever did that, they bust out. But it was just a hassle to, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was grateful nothing was stolen or taken and the car was still there, but really it was just a hassle because it was a holiday to get that fixed the next day, and to, you know, get the part, find somebody to fix it, and money and time had to be spent on fixing that. So just be careful when you all out there. I realize they are having more home invasions now every time I turn on the news. So just be observant with who are around your area and everything, and unfortunately, you have to be suspicious of any random people around your area as well. And yeah, that is the kind of thing that's been happening now. Hopefully, national security, you know, get the act together to reduce this going forward. But we'll see how things goes. Just be careful out there, be observant, and just be safe this week. Sorry to bring in that small little downer in a sense as we are about to wrap up. So you all have a blessed week. Good night, everyone. And yes, stay awesome and be kind whenever you could. And with that, I'll go on later. Good night. Don't worry, we go reach the ice rink one of these days if it's still around. I wonder how long that will last, boy. Because after a while, after the novelty goes out, comes and goes, after the novelty is used up, people will just forget about it. I think it will be good for a month or two, and then it will be like, okay, cool. Just like say 5 Islands and all these other things. Alright, I'll go on later. Till the next one. Yes, be safe. Later. I'll go on. I'm going this time.